afternoon. It's Tony for the Fiberology Lab, and today is another Friday with Friends. I can never say that right. So welcome everybody. Come on in. Say hi where you are. Hi and where you're from. Gosh, I'm out of practice. I haven't done this in a couple weeks. We've moved in the past week, so it's been exactly a week since we packed up our truck. I have this lovely studio behind me. It's called my bedroom. It's only temporary, so I stuck a quilt behind me just to kind of hide this disorganization. So anyway, come on in, say hi and where you're from. If you are watching live on Facebook, you've got to let StreamYard accept your comments. Otherwise, you just become a Facebook user to me, and I'll say hi, Facebook user. But if you sign in that little thing that's going across my screen, StreamYard will say, hey, we know who you are, and bring your name in. So I have been doing this for the month of May. I have kind of interviewed some of my friends in the business. They all own brick and mortar shops. Well, Jen recently closed hers, but we've had lots of fun. We get giggly. We might get talkative. I have a standard 10 questions I like to ask, and you get to know these shop owners a little better, a little more intimately. And it's just a lot of fun. And I'm glad you guys can be here. And this is recorded. So if you are watching on the recording, thank you so much. And make sure you leave a comment because we will see them. Hello, Miss Linda and Linda. Linda and Linda. L&L is in the house on Facebook. So if you guys don't mind, also share this. That'd be awesome to share. Just again, get to know some of my friends, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. So I do have Becky and Tracey from Sew and Stitches in the back room. They are hearing things, so we can't talk about them yet. If we're going to talk about them, we're going to talk about them in front of them. So let me go ahead and see if I can get them in. They look like they're ready. I think they're ready. I'm going to add her to the stream. There they are. They're ready. They're playing on their phone. Can you tell?
Well, actually, what I'm doing is I'm trying to share it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I'm not all that great at those. So let's be honest.
That's why it takes two of you. Hello, Miss Connie.
Right. Hi, everyone.
Can you see the comments that are coming up?
Yes, we can.
I see Linda and another Linda and Connie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. Lots of Lindas. There's only one Connie though. So
right, but that's okay. So Linda means beautiful. So those must be some beautiful women out there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, we bought a line of fabric one time and it said something about it.
It's Loca Linda.
Linda.
Crazy beautiful.
Oh, okay.
You know what Loca meant.
Yeah. All right. Well, normally it takes a few minutes for the Facebook algorithms to kick in so people know we're live. And again, if you guys share, that helps. And you guys are still trying to share it?
Yes, she's sharing right now.
Awesome sauce. Well, we do have a couple people watching, so we'll just go ahead and start the conversation because it'll be
there.
Fun
You go. There you go. Sounds good to us.
All right, so let's start with the basics. Where's your shop at? How long's it been open? And all the important stuff about your shop and you guys. Hey, Kim, good morning.
So our shop is in Pocatello, Idaho. Mm-hmm. And Pocatello, Idaho is way out west. And we are 2.5 hours north of Salt Lake City. Okay. And 2.5 hours southwest of Yellowstone National Park. So kind of a couple little landmarks, so you kind of know where we're at.
We've been open for about 2.5 years.
Yep, 3 years.
So
we'll be celebrating 3 years in December. So
Yay.
Yes. It's definitely been a learning curve with us because we opened December of 2019 and we're shut down in March of 2020. So we didn't get the opportunity to go out and let people know about us, with quilt shows and things like that because everything changed.
Wow. That's incredible, though. Can you believe what we've gone through in the last 2.5 years to build up your customers, and especially being closed? That's amazing.
You know what? It's been so fun getting to know everyone,
and we've learned a lot of things. And of course, we've had great fellow shop owners like you, Tony, and like Beverly, and a plethora of other quilt shop owners where
Mhm,
we've been able to network, bounce ideas off, and really lift and build each other.
Right.
So, I mean, that's
And honestly,
really
I
great
don't think we could have done it without the
support.
support. And
Right.
I think
mean,
it's
our
that way with
suppose-
all of our shops,
Yes,
I
that
agree.
we're with.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there's been times that I've called you and you've talked me off the ledge and, so.
Focus. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, Tracey, go ahead back to home base and hit again.
reevaluate.
Stop. It's all good. So when did you guys start sewing or quilting? What's your preferred
Okay,
madness?
so I started in how I got into quilting is my mom, and I don't know if she did this with you or not, but my mom used to drag me around to all of the quilt stores, and I'm like, really, another one, another
That's
one.
how I was too.
And now,
I'm like,
now my kids are like, seriously, mom, another one, and it's just like you just got to deal with it. But I went into this quilt store with her, and I said, hey, I love that quilt. Will you make that for me? And she turns around and she goes, nope, I've made you two. And I'm like, well, then I'm gonna figure out how to do it myself. So I bought the fat quarters, bought the pattern, went home, got with a couple of my friends and said, hey, will you teach me how to do this? My husband and I went out and shopped for a sewing machine. And then I got in with a quilt shop that taught classes. And then that's how I started sewing. And that was in 2007, all because my mom told me no.
Right. His
Okay.
mom's watching.
And then I just fell in love with it. I travel all over, going to different places, learning as much as I can learn about the industry. I worked for a machine dealer for 8.5 years. And so I'm very knowledgeable on all machines except Bernina. But Bernina, I'm not giving up on Bernina. I am going to learn them. And
It's
so,
a good machine.
and I think I'll let Becky tell her story, but she didn't want to get left behind.
Oh, what?
Is I was also that person that was like, not another quilt shop. Can we go to like a museum or something? I'm like, can we look at rocks? So I'm a recovering school teacher. I taught science. And I taught 3rd through 8th grade, but when I left education, I was teaching science. And then I had a crisis in my life where I left education. I was frustrated and felt like we were setting our kids up for failure by not having like natural consequences for behavior, whether they were good or bad. And I just was not happy with the way education was going. And I walked away one day and I was supposed to take over a friend's business, but that didn't work out. And I ended up here in Pocatello working with Tracey at the other machine dealer. But I started sewing, not really sewing. I started with embroidering because Tracey and mom brought me an embroidery machine in Texas. So I was living in San Antonio. So they would come down, stay with me for a couple of days and go to the Houston Quilt Show.
Oh.
So I was just like that place on their way.
The bed.
And so they ended up taking me to Quilt Market one year.
And that was fun.
It was a great time.
It wasn't Quilt Market. It was
we went to
the
the
quilt
show. We went to the
Quilt
quilt show in Houston. And I said, okay, I'm going to take $300. And I spent it on like the first 4 booths. And Tracey's like, we have all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't even really sew because they only let me do embroidery because I just had to push the start-stop button so I couldn't mess anything up. And it was years before they let me sew on anything. And then I get up here and Tracey's like, hey, at the machine dealer, she's like, you're going to teach strip club. And I'm like, okay. And that's how I got launched into sewing.
Oh my goodness.
And that was what, in 2018?
2018.
December of 2018.
And then by 2019,
Then you opened a shop a year later.
we opened our own shop. And it's like, how did this happen? If you asked me like 5 years ago, I'd be like, I'm not a quilter. I'm not doing that. Oh man. So it's been quite a journey. It's been a lot of fun though.
Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. There's a lot of learning curves, isn't there?
Oh my gosh. It's unbelievable what we do.
Yes, you don't use a pizza cutter to cut your fabric. It's called a rotary cutter.
That's what your cousins call it. Yeah, that's right.
But I have my own language. You
You
don't
do.
know about IEPs and PMDAS
Nope, I
and
don't.
PEMDAS and
Mm-mm,
5Es and things like that. So I'm learning the lingo.
She is.
FQ.
You know what Q is?
Fat quarter.
There you go. Good job.
WOF.
With a fabric.
That's too funny. So what would you, if you look around your shop, what would be your genre or niche in your shop?
So ours is education. We are big on teaching you we want you to learn what you've bought. We want you to use what you've bought. So in fact, our classroom is larger than our retail space.
Wow, that's awesome.
And so we do a lot with education.
And my background is in curriculum and instruction. So we write curriculum to teach, to actually not just hey, here's a new ruler, this is how you use it, but to actually use the skills that I learned as an educator to go back and do the recursive review those things and keep building on it. So for instance, last night we started our Quilting 101 class, and that we did our second class where we teach them how to actually use their ruler to cut. And we had to cut strips, and Tracy's like, hey, let's bring out the stripology ruler. And I'm like, no, we need to teach them the foundations on how to use their ruler to cut. I said, once they're proficient and they've mastered that portion, then we can move on to other tools. So we're not about just selling you something to get you out the door with product, but to actually use that project or that product and master it. My philosophy is if you buy something from me and you take it home and you never use it, then we did not do
our job.
We did not do our job.
That's a great philosophy. I love that. I think that's missing in a lot of stores nowadays too. So, I've got a couple people that came in. Hey guys, we're talking to Tracy and Becky from Sew and Stitches out of Pocatello, Idaho. So if you're coming in late, that's what we're doing. If you have any questions, you can always put them in the comments and we'll see them and answer them. So the next question I have is to each of you, what's your favorite quilting technique? And I know somebody said they do a lot of embroidery. So
Tracy is like the embroidery goddess. You used to test sew for Kimberbell.
I did.
You also design. You digitize. She designs.
But I'm also a master manipulator
of the machines.
Of machines, yes.
Not of people.
Not
of
of
machines.
people. We should clarify that.
So, and then she's also a Studio 180 person.
You're about to be trained in that too. You're about to be certified.
So I'm going to be a certified instructor. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. So we're excited for that. And I would say Becky's favorite is paper piecing.
Oh, yay.
I love it. So
hey, Jen. Jen came on. We got all excited. We got distracted. She's one of our
squirrel.
Squirrel, exactly. So, but Terry, Karen, and Pat, and Kathy,
guys,
all came on too. So,
So, when I grow up, I want to be a Judy Niemeyer.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
So, wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun.
I love paper piecing. So we do a couple classes a year. We do a couple blocks of the month with not necessarily Judy Niemeyer's, but with paper piecing. So I love it. I think it's fun.
Yeah, good. I love it too. I've learned teaching it. The people either love it or they hate it. There is no middle ground with paper piecing.
No. And I think it's the way that you teach it too. You know, you don't have to make things difficult. It's so methodical to me. So.
Well, and being an instructor, being a teacher as well. I mean, I'm sure that's that's why you see it in those steps. Well, a lot of quilters just want to take it and just go with it. But, there is a process to it.
Exactly. So and that's one of the things I love about quilting is there's something for everyone.
Right. I agree.
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
So I'm reading the comments, and Andrea's from Sealy, Texas. And haven't we had barbecue in Sealy, Texas? Yes, we have. On our way to the quilt show in Houston.
It's right past
Quilt
Bucky's,
Festival.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Bucky's.
And then Jen says when she's
Landmarks of
going to
Bucky's.
be taller.
I
You're
love
so
Jen.
cute, Jen.
So, what do I use for foundation paper? I use
Paper.
I use the thin like newsprint type paper, the foundation paper piecing. I do not use regular paper. And the reason why is because it's a little bit stiffer to go through. You're going to dull your needles faster and it doesn't come off your project as easily. So I use the foundation paper.
So is that the Carol Doak foundation paper?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they are?
Yes.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
They come in a big, thick stack.
Yep. I've known people that use vellum too, but that's expensive.
Yeah.
But,
Vellum is expensive.
So,
but it rips really
tear
nicely.
off.
yeah.
Yeah,
So when I tear, I fold it in half and I run my nail across. And maybe that's the teacher in me of like those workbook pages. It's so cathartic, just relaxing to tear it off.
See, that's what I like about paper piecing, just tearing it off. I've also done the wash away paper too. So I'm not sure about that yet.
Oh, okay.
So no, I just like the old school way of just using foundation paper and doing my thing.
Okay, cool. What are you guys working on right now? You got anything to show and tell us?
I forgot to grab show and tell. I was working on comment sold.
So, okay.
Your blocks are gone.
My blocks are gone. Confession. I'm working on my granddaughter's quilt and it has to be done by next Saturday. So I took it to a friend of mine to finish putting it together.
Hey, that's what friends are for.
Adding the borders and the sashing to it so it will be finished in a time. Yeah. I'm not very good at deadlines.
Well, I was designing a quilt, but my blocks are not on the design wall anymore. So I don't know.
And right now we're currently working on our quilting 101s.
That's
class.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm working on projects. Okay, so I'm test sewing for another Studio 180 instructor. Ooh. I'm testing. So that's so I can't show what being worked on, but it's going to be cool.
How fun. Yeah. Linda asked if you've ever used wash away paper.
I have not used the wash away. Linda, what are your thoughts? Have you tried it?
I've used it, and it depends on the product. There's different kinds out there, and if you don't wash it out completely, you still have that stiff residue in it, but it does eventually wash out.
Okay, so here's my question about that. Like when I work with embroidery and I use wash away stabilizer in my embroidery, it's to make it a little stiffer.
That's different. The paper is not. It's meant to be totally washed away, and it's a thicker wash away product too. It's a sheet of paper. Okay. So, all right. What other questions I have? Let's talk about how people find you. What's your website? You have an app and all that information. Where's your fancy paper? Look at this.
I got my little paper. Okay. So we are located on the main strip in Pocatello, Idaho. It's 777 Yellowstone Avenue, Suite B. Our website is www.sewandstitchesshop.com. And notice that there's 2 S's between stitches and shop, and there's 2 P's and an E in shop. Our phone number is 208-242-3633. And if you'd like to join our email list, if you type this https://bit.ly/capital S, so like Sew and Stitches friends, there's a little coupon for $5 off an online order, and you'll get added to our email list. So you'll know of all of the things that we're doing. So thank you.
That's awesome. I love that you're giving something to my customers. I'm sure they will love it. That's part of
I hope so.
Okay.
So those are forward slashes, Sylvia. Thank you.
You should put that. Can you put that in the comments, Becky?
And you don't need to do the HTTP. You just need to put bit.ly/ You don't need the whole thing. So.
Okay. So am I allowed to comment?
You should be able to.
Oh, nope, it's not letting me.
Oh, well, that's really weird. I'll put it in.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Oh,
there you
it
go.
is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Linda says she has not tried it yet, but she doesn't like her stitches seem to loosen when she tears out the paper.
So are you making smaller stitches
Yeah,
and
that's
do you use the perforation? I hold one side of the paper and gently tug at the other side, and then it slides right out.
Well, Tracy, you also said you fold and crease that paper, so it's already kind of broken down a little bit. So.
Yes. Okay.
So
Linda, there's some tips for you for paper piecing. So yeah, I bring my stitch under normally under 2.0 on most machines, like 1.8 or something.
yeah, that's what I use is 1.8.
So
but sometimes I forget to do that. Dang it.
yeah, then what you can also do is wet the paper, like do a little misting water.
Okay.
And just if you use the paper piecing paper, it has to be that, and then it just kind of falls apart with a little bit of water. What other hobbies do you guys enjoy? What are the things you do besides the shop and sew?
Okay, so we're snowmobilers.
Oh, fun!
So we love to snowmobile, and being that we only live a couple hours away from Yellowstone, that's our venue of choice. We love to go up there and stay in the Island Park area. We my husband owns an automotive shop, and so he has gotten to know a lot of different people. And we found a friend that has a cabin up there that we rent.
Oh, nice.
And so I just have given her my deposit and said, don't give it back to me. I'm just going to keep using it. And so we love to go up there, and we go up there in the winter time so we can snowmobile. And then, and it's beautiful, beautiful country up there. And then in the summertime, we love to boat. We love to ride the tube.
We ride this giant inner tube.
It holds 3 people. So if you can imagine these Becky and I out there
being thrown from the inner tube.
Okay. And we always have someone in the middle with us. Sometimes it's my son, sometimes it's my daughter-in-law, sometimes it's my daughter.
That's a big inner tube.
When the grandkids ride, we don't ride nearly as fast. But the job of Todd, my husband, is to see how fast he can throw us off. And so we absolutely love that. And we're only about 25 minutes. We're only about 25 minutes away from the dock.
From the reservoir.
Nice.
From the reservoir that we get to go and play in. So we love to do that. And then the other thing we love to do is we love to travel.
Yeah, I know you guys.
We love to go out and see things.
Yeah.
Well, come on down and see me.
Yes, we will.
We will.
Careful what you ask for, Tony. we'll show up and knock on your door one day.
We go to Orlando in January.
Yeah.
So
how far are you from Orlando?
About an hour and 20 minutes.
That's all?
That's it.
That's all.
We're coming, girl. We're coming.
All right. I'll make space.
Okay.
Since you guys seem like outdoor peoples, where's your favorite place to vacation? Do you have a dream idea of vacation? Where would you go that you haven't gone to?
Oh, okay. So I love national parks. I have a passport, book for the national parks where I go and get my little cancellation stamp. And so anywhere that I can go just to see new things and experience new culture and new foods and new people, that's what I want to do. I don't have a place that I really want to go. There's only 4 states I haven't been to. So bucket list is to get through those.
Okay.
I just got back from Mount Rushmore just a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, I just want to go and see whatever I can because the earth is too beautiful for me to just stay put.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
Okay. And if I could get up every morning and walk out the back door to the beach, life would be amazingly good for me.
Come on down.
I know. Tony, I'd have to come back home.
Okay. Sorry. But you're welcome to come and say what.
It's a good thing you enjoy snowmobiling.
Yes.
So what is one weird, unique thing about you guys that nobody else might know?
I don't know. What's weird and unique about me? Nothing.
Tracy's an open book.
Yeah. Don't you kind of know everything about me?
Okay. Well, I have one.
You do?
Yes.
Are we going to talk about that one?
Do you guys want to know?
Yes.
Tony, you want to know? You already know.
So in my previous life, I was an intimacy coach. So I coached people on intimacy things. There's a 3-letter word for that. But I'm not going to say it in case kiddos are watching. So
There you go.
we want to keep it PG. So, but that's what I used to do. So I'm all about empowerment, body positivity, communication, those types of things. So those are the things that I used to do.
I don't really know anything that people wouldn't know about me. Do you?
No.
I
No. Mom's in here laughing at us. You know that?
Mom's like, I know lots of things.
I
mean, Tracey seriously isn't open. I mean, we both are pretty open. If you, we're like, ask us anything. We don't mind.
We're not gonna. One of my friends. Well, I don't even know if I want to call her a friend anymore. She told me that I embellish things.
No, I think when I first met you guys at Symposium, the best way I would say, you guys are great storytellers.
Oh,
you could tell a story, and with the details, I mean, you're amazing storytellers. I'm not a storyteller. I'm not a storyteller.
We just have fun. That's all we just have fun. So we did so in 2019 we went on a little road trip, kind of a find ourselves kind of road trip, and we ended up at Niagara Falls.
Mm-hmm.
And Becky and I, we love people. So we got on the bus, our tour bus, and we got on, and everybody's just like this. And we're like, hi. So weird.
Crazy.
And we sit down in our seats and we're like,
where are you from? We're trying to talk to people.
I don't know if we're going to be okay on this bus trip. I don't think we're going to be okay. They don't talk back to us. I don't know if we're going to like this.
But by the time we were done, they were posing in pictures with us. Oh, we want a picture with you.
And somebody in the other bus was in our group with us because what's going on over there? What are you guys doing? And then, we just talked to everybody. We love people. And so when we were leaving, when everybody was getting off the bus, there was a guy, was he from
Costa Rica?
Costa Rica. And he steps as everybody was getting off. Okay, so we were the last to get picked up. So we were the last to get dropped off too. Mm-hmm. So we got to say goodbye to everybody.
That's cool.
Our new friends that we met, And so we as the guy from Costa Rica was getting off the bus, we're like, bye, see you later. And he gets back up on the bus and he goes, I would go on a bus tour or a trip with you two anytime, anywhere, you name the place. And we're like, we have a friend.
Out of 50 people.
Sylvia says, I'd want to be on your bus. Okay, Sylvia,
so you can be on our bus anytime.
Too funny. Oh my gosh, how much fun. Much fun. So,
So
right now we're all working together in another program called it's Building Membership, and you guys have a membership that you're not ready to launch, but you want to talk a little bit about that and kind of get people pique their interest.
So we are launching what we're calling the Sisters Shack. Because that's where it's at.
That's right.
And it's going to be an education based shack. And so
it's going to be an online learning center, basically. And we're going to have several hubs within that, several groups within that based on the needs of the people. So I've recently sent out a questionnaire to see, what people are looking for. Do you need help with your embroidery machines? Do you own, I love Sylvia. Does it, or I get squirreled.
Yeah. We're friends with Tony.
Are we beginners? Do we want to become better piecers? Do we need to bust through stash? Do we own like a high-end baby locker brother machine with the IQ design centers that people, are we maximizing our machines? Are we getting out of our machines the money, what we've put into, buying these very nice machines?
Are we lonely and just want a group of friends that we can hang out with?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
So, it's going to take some time to launch all of these things, but we're still gathering information to see where we want to go. I mean, a lot of our education has already been built. But now it's time to share it with everybody because we don't want to limit ourselves to Pocatello. There's too many amazing people out there that we want to become friends
Oh,
with.
absolutely.
And we want to be on your bus. Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So
Watch
do you
out, someday that bus may be coming through your town and we'll just pick you up and who knows where we'll end up.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll talk after the show. I have my ideas went like this. So so can they fill out that survey too? Did you post it on your Facebook page?
You know what? I haven't yet, but if you guys go to our Facebook page when we're done here, I will go and post a link.
That'd be a great way for you to
Get
kind of,
And we'll put it on there on yours also, Tony.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and we'll
fine.
get it out there. So yes, Sandra, we are still live, honey.
Pinch. Oh, I'm alive.
So yeah, but it'll be fun. We're really excited about that.
Awesome. I have one last question. Just because I think it's so creative, and I don't think a lot of customers know how you guys create and brand yourselves. Like, the SIS, like SIS friends. Well, explain the SIS, like sew and stitches.
Okay.
So we're sisters.
We're not twins, but
we're
not real sisters.
We are real sisters.
Even though I used to say that I was adopted.
It was just found under a rock. That's all.
Cabbage patch.
Yes, maybe. Who knows? I used to think I was adopted. If you met the other siblings, you'd understand why I felt that way.
But I'm nothing like them.
No.
That's why she likes you.
In fact, I think maybe I was the one that was adopted.
Possibility.
Mom says neither one of us were.
That's too funny.
Oh,
Your mom
so who's the older sister?
I'm the older one. I'm the older one.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, remember that one time that someone came in and asked if I was your daughter?
Yes, someone came in one time and asked, "Oh, you must be Tracy's daughter." I about died.
We're only 3.5 years apart, so it's not a huge difference.
No, it's not. No.
No, I think maybe it's because I spent so much time in education with younger kids that I may act like I'm 12.
Okay.
So, but no,
She looks younger too.
So it's sis is sisters, and it's sew in stitches, and so everything we've done has kind of been based around building a sisterhood or a misterhood, because we're seeing more and more men joining the quilting community. So while we're building our sisterhood, we're trying to bring as many people along the way. So we do have a friends group called the Sisters and Misters of Sew and Stitches. And we do a lot with sisters. So we actually have a second business. It's our long arming business called Bell Sisters Designs. Which is another funny story. Should we tell them that?
So my husband
calls us the Bell Sisters.
Like, we would walk in the house and he's like, "Oh, there's the Bell Sisters, ding and dong." So when we decided to do the long arm business, we had to name it Bell Sisters in
it was kind of tongue in cheek.
Just to kind of, and when we told Todd what we were naming it, he just laughed. He goes, "Well, ding and dong." So anyways, thank you so much. You guys are just wonderful people.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are a lot of fun. That's what they're, you're just a great storytellers and great fun. So do you guys have anything else you want to share? Does anybody have any questions? Pop them in the comments. We'll answer them real quick. But do you guys have anything else you want to share?
I don't think so.
No, this was really great.
This was fun. Thank you so much.
No problem. When do you do your live shows? Because you do have an app and you do use comments sold. So when do people watch your live shows?
Monday mornings, we do a Monday morning check-in, and that's usually just to check in. We don't push that one through the app because that one's not about sales. That's just about connecting with the community, because we just want to be out there. We want to let people know what we're doing in the classroom, things like that.
We want to say hi.
Yeah. We do and so that's 10 a.m. our time. So
Mountain time.
Mountain time.
So 12 Eastern.
And then on Tuesdays, we do a 2 o'clock, between 2 and 3, depending on what our classroom looks like. And that one, we do tools, techniques, and treats. And that's where we demo a tool, one of our favorite tools.
Or a technique. And you get a treat.
And so when you send for our email, I send you out a recipe.
Oh, fun.
So you get a treat.
And then on Wednesdays are when we normally do our
Facebook Live.
Facebook Lives. That's our big live sale. And that's at 5 p.m. our time, Mountain time. So it's called Live at 5. And then on Fridays, we do a Friday Frenzy, which is normally around 8 or 9 our time, depending on when I get out of bed and get everything ready to go. And that one is where we do like a blowout sale or some sort of sale. Like this morning we did Karen Montgomery's 250 patterns for $2
and reduced shipping.
And we reduced shipping for that one to kind of get those savings. And then once a month on Saturdays, we do an encore presentation of Strip Club.
Oh, fun. Oh, cool.
Well, and we also own the Great Quilting Adventure, which is an online shop hop. So
you'll see us once a month with 5 of our other friends.
So
excellent.
And do we always get along so well? Most of the time, Connie, unless I'm having a mental breakdown. But I have a therapist for that.
And I never have mental breakdowns, so I always get along with her. I'm the older sister, remember? I have to get along with everybody.
No, I'm the middle child. I'm the peacemaker.
Whatever.
But I also I have a lot of pressure being the middle child.
Yeah, you do.
Thanks, Tony.
Too funny.
Oh my
You guys are a hoot. You guys are a hoot. Well, I don't want to keep everybody too long. I know you guys have a shop to run, and I really appreciate your time. Thanks, Mom.
Tony, thank you so much for doing this.
Tell Mom thanks for running the shop for a few minutes.
Yes, thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.
So again, thanks, guys. The Tracy and Becky from Sew and Stitches at Pocatello, Idaho. And if you have any questions, you can email them. We'll put their information in the description when I get off here. So
perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
You guys have a great week. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody else. I will be back Monday with our weekly lab report. And then you can check what's going to happen in June. It's going to be crazy.
Oh boy.
So.
Oh boy.
Y'all take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.